So hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today for this webinar. And today's presentation is gonna be a panel discussion to focus that how we get more involved with ATS and EOPH Assembly. And we will talk about the overall structure of ATS and different assemblies. We will also going to have discussion about how to prepare and submit proposals for programming, workshops for planning committee, and we will be sharing tips for the success of these proposals, what do's and don'ts to think about while sending these proposals for submission. And our speakers and panelists will also talk about other opportunities that how early career professionals can get involved with ATS and which will help them for their professional growth and to expand their network, and also will help them to find mentorship and guidance. So without taking much time, I will start with the introduction. I am Ranu Sorolia. I am Associate Professor in the Division of Pulmonary Allergy and Critical Care at University of Alabama at Birmingham. And I'm an NIH-funded research faculty. My lab focuses on studying mechanisms of environmental exposures associated small airway disease pathogenesis. And now I will turn it over to Dan.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Croft, an adult pulmonary and critical care attending over at University of Rochester. I do environmental epidemiology research focused on air pollution and respiratory infection, and also direct our occupational lung disease clinic.
Hi, yes, I'm Tara Nordgren. I'm an associate professor at the University of Nebraska Medical Center in the Department of Pediatrics, and my lab does basic and translational research to look at different factors, including environmental and occupational exposures, as well as nutritional factors that impact lung health across a lifespan. And I'm also here as the EOPH Program Committee Chair today.
Yay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ye Sun. I'm a pediatric pulmonologist and a junior faculty at Boston Children's. I do research with under the lab of Peggy Lai at MGH, doing environmental exposures to viruses in schools and how that impacts asthma in children. I'll be moderating the Q&A today, so feel free to put in your questions in the Q&A, and we'll have an opportunity at the end for some open discussion as well.
Okay, so first off, thank you for inviting me here to talk today. Really want to focus on how I got involved with ATS and how other early career professionals can get involved, and through engaging in ATS committees, but then also within the programming for the annual meeting. And so this is just an overview of what I'll talk about today, how I did get involved with EOPH and ATS, and then I'll focus more on the EOPH program committee, which I'm chair of now through May, and kind of the process of applying for a scientific symposium and other programming for the annual meeting, talk about some tips for success, and then end with some ideas of how else to get involved. So just to kind of give you an idea of my path to the EOPH program committee chair, I was a little bit shocked to see how old I'm getting when I was putting this slide together, and how long I've kind of been involved with ATS, but I really got involved with ATS when I first attended in 2012 as a new postdoc. My mentor at the time, Deborah Romberger, encouraged me to not only go to ATS and present research, but she really underscored the value of going to the EOPH Assembly meeting that's at the annual conference every year. And so that's really where I got my first look at how assemblies are operated, run, and what the opportunities are for getting involved. So definitely a plug to have trainees attend not only the ATS meeting, but the assembly meetings at ATS each year. And so my committee involvement with ATS really began with the EOPH web committee. And I served on this committee starting somewhere around 2015, 2016 timeframe. It was actually, the really initial development of the web committee within our assembly. And I was asked to chair that committee from about 2018 to 2020. So this was an assembly role, but as part of being a chair for many of these committees, you actually also get, you sit on ATS-wide committees as well. And so as part of the web committee, you also sit on the ATS-wide web editorial committee. So I also got that experience. I did sit on the EOPH program committee for 3 years. I was part of the early career working group and the representative for the PhD basic and translational science working group from about 2020 to 2024. I've also served as a member of the EOPH nominating committee and planning committee. And then in 2024 is when I was elected as chair-elect for the program committee. And I'm serving out the second year of that, which is serving as chair now. And so it's a little bit crazy to believe that because all of these roles, I've been a member or participant in the EOPH executive committee since 2018. So it's going to feel really weird kind of rotating off and having a break from that after all of this time. But that's my personal path. And all I can say is once you start getting involved, people know you, and that really begets more opportunities to get involved.